Here we go.
Here we go.
Hello everyone, Eric Watson here, freelance writer, player of games, writer, boards, recorder of videos, and a tabletop role-playing aficionado. Welcome to our weekly live stream at Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition online role-playing adventures. I am joined, as always, by my wonderful friends, Chris, playing Valrovin.
Oh.
Wait your fucking
You paused.
turn.
You paused.
How many
sir.
times do I ever let you just interject in the middle of the title? Playing
You're usually
Valrovin,
it's usually a run-on sentence.
the Eladrin.
But,
Was I not going fast enough for you? Dear?
Yes. Yes.
Eladrin Bard of Eloquence.
Hi.
That was a pause. Heather will be joining us
It was
soon,
a
playing
pause.
Frey, the Halfling Barbarian of the Beast. Huge welcome back to Rochelle!
Yeah!
Okay, so if you could just quickly catch me up on the past 10 sessions or so.
Don't interrupt me, damn it!
You paused!
I did pause on that one. Playing Celeste, the Half-Orc Sun Soul Monk. I'm sure Reese has filled you in every step of the way, giving you all of the highlights and lowlights.
For what he's been here for.
Yeah, that's right. Who's catching me up?
Yeah, exactly.
Raymond playing Edmund, the Human Alchemist Artificer. God damn it.
You've really lost control of this whole situation.
I have. Reese playing Thimbleweed, the Thri-Kreen Stormkeeper Ranger.
I am back
Yes.
and ready to love.
As you should be.
This is the wrong stream for you.
Yeah.
We stream our sessions live on YouTube every Friday. Watch all of our streamed sessions here on YouTube, or you could read weekly session recaps at roguewatson.com. Watch my behind-the-scenes, no players allowed live series crafting Icewind every Monday and Thursday. Head on over to our live post-session discussion Frostmaiden chat after our show tonight. You can also listen to all of these live D&D shows with the Rogue Watson podcast, available wherever you get your podcasts. You can follow me on Twitter at Rogue Watson and join our official Discord server with invite link in the description below. If you would like to support the channel, please check out patreon.com/RogueWatson. Patrons get exclusive access to private videos, custom 5e content, and participate in monthly DM roundtables and private patron D&D games. Shoutouts to new patron this week, Camp Crystal Lake Counselor. For our campaign, we use Roll20.net. Video chat, we use Discord. And for streaming, I use Open Broadcaster software with Streamlabs. Our music is by Kevin MacLeod, and our amazing original character art was done by Jimmy McClure. Previously on Icewind Rime of the Frostmaiden. No, I'm not going to do 10 sessions worth. You get 1 session worth.
Hold on, we gotta do at least like just a very quick recap.
All right,
we
go.
spent the last at least 10
Go.
sessions in the city, right?
Yes.
We're in the city.
We discovered that we had to go to each of a bunch of towers, however many there are, I don't know,
8.
and get codes from each one on how to open up one final gate that'll get us into the big tower at the end, where we can shut off this reality warping rift thing in this city that is
Thanos.
that is Thanos. And that might also be causing the endless night. We're not sure. But we've been traveling around the city, going to each tower, getting the code that we need from each tower, or the clue. And that's, yeah, we're just trolling through a city right now.
Wait, how many codes have we gotten?
Like 2 or 3?
They're all 1, 2,
This
3,
is
4.
important information. I don't know, a couple.
A couple.
Are
Each
these,
one
are
is...
these puzzles,
one,
or
and
is
it
the
hints
code
to
just
get,
like
3
written
more.
somewhere?
No, they're codes like when you approach the gate, hold the wand of the Nether Oak in your hand. That was one of the codes. Another code was like...
And you had to go get the Nether Oak from another location.
Yeah, then we had to go get that wand. Another code was like, and then summon flame in your hand. Like, so it's like, it seems like a ritual we gotta do or something, but we're getting like pieces of the ritual as we go to each tower.
All right, that's
We're also...
helpful information.
You know,
We're also stopping at like just points of interest and getting like wrecked by tentacle monsters. So there's
yeah.
Okay.
I hope you're into that, because there's a lot of
Also-
that.
I am.
Also helpful information.
I haven't updated our main quest log in a number of sessions, but the last update was at least somewhat what the main quest still is, which is the trying to get to that central spire by going to 8 different towers. What I should do is update as you get those towers and update with the important information.
actual,
so
yeah,
I will make a note to make sure to forget about to do that. Previously on Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden, after a long rest, which we did take the liberty to level up both of you, because you didn't get anything too special, I think is what we decided. There wasn't any choices involved.
I was looking at that today.
Yeah, you automatically get some new feature, and then...
I forget what you get, Reese, but Rochelle, I remember you now just understand everybody. Like, you're just languages. You just are master of languages.
I was looking at my character sheet earlier. It was like called like Tongue of the Sun and Moon.
I'm tugging that sun. No one can stop. Wait. Not that sun, the other sun.
It was that, and I have a thing. I have a diamond soul now, where I spend a key point if I fail a saving throw, I can spend a key point to re-roll it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You're right. That's not that exciting.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, there was no
not
choices
as exciting as tonguing the sun and
tonguing someone's son.
But what is at the end of the day?
Yeah. After a long rest and a level up in the Tower of Divination, which I believe was the third... In fact, I'm going to go ahead and put you guys on the map so you can peruse. I believe you have done 3 towers. However, this third tower, you had to pick up a spell book that had the actual code in it. So it basically pointed you to another area, which was right outside of this kind of retail building that was still intact miraculously. After a long rest and level up in the Tower of Divination, the party traveled to the nearby well. Spotted from the telescope, it was a large 50-foot hole plunging into darkness, surrounded by benches. Around the lip of the well was engraved an ominous obituary to the telepathic pentacle, and encouraged visitors to meditate on the benches. The marshals each took to a bench and communed with the presence they felt. Thimbleweed and Celeste were able to gain some psionic insight, gaining resistance to psychic damage, but Edmund's mind upset the creature within, and it rose from the depths as a tentacled horror with 5 serpentine heads. The thing in the well used its psychic powers to confuse, ensnare, compel, and telekinetically restrain, leaving our hero scrambling to mount a counterattack. Its immunity to psychic damage stymied Valravn, but Edmund proved especially useful with his trusty beam cannon, though he would take a pounding from their mouth tentacles in response.
Oh yeah!
I didn't think about that sentence when I wrote it, but it was a pounding.
Mm-hmm.
After several rounds of bloody, tentacle-smacking, brain-racking battling, the marshals finally drove the heads back down into the well, one by one, emerged triumphantly. Although, as I believe Heather will suggest when she comes on in a moment, I think you all might be looking at a short rest opportunity here, because
you're absolutely looking at
I wasn't downplaying the amount of damage you guys took. It was pretty nasty. Yeah.
Yes, I took some.
Yeah, it was. It's kind of nasty. But yeah, you feel like with that presence at least put down for now, you should be able to get away with a short rest. You do have your tokens on this map, and I think at some point Roll20 added buttons on the character sheet to do that. I don't recall if they work better or worse than what I've got, the macro that we're using.
Let's find out.
Oh
shit! We got all 6 on the board!
I know! My goodness. This is a monumentous
sort of
2022
occasion.
That's right. Yeah. What is this? December? Where is? Okay, let's try. I don't see the button you're talking about though. The Roll20 button.
Okay, just use ours then, I guess.
Yeah, it doesn't work. It's
Oh really?
below your characteristics. You'll see it says short rest and long rest.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah. That didn't work for me when I tried it last time.
There's something I have to do to turn that on or what, but we'll just... For now, we'll just keep doing what we've been doing.
Our macro works.
Yeah. Just give me the benefits of a short rest while Robin can do his stuff.
Roll some hit dice. I could open my character sheet.
What did your Song of Rest give us?
Let me open my character sheet. I believe it's a D10, but let me confirm that.
And we get 10 points. temporary hit points,
Song,
right?
Song of Rest gives you 1d10, and in my Inspiring Leadership gives you 18 temporary hit points.
Wow.
Wow.
That really has been crazy.
I'm sorry, 19. 19. I'm wrong. 19 temporary
19.
hit points.
He's a little more inspiring these days.
Well, now
I'm a little more inspired. Yeah, you were before.
It does say it only works. Oh, once per short. Jeez. Okay. Yeah. Every short.
Yeah.
That's really nuts. It's every short rest. It scales very well into the late game, doesn't it?
It sure does.
19 temp hit points. Oh boy, that is a lot of hit dice we rolled. The DM is most pleased. Most pleased.
As we discovered in the last Frostside chat, we could have just run away from this battle as well.
We could have left.
You could have, although I did make things a little tricky by constantly having like somebody locked down or confused or something going on, so it would have been tricky timing. But yeah, it's a funny psychology test for players that you rarely want to run from a fight. Although in most RPGs, you always have experience on the table. We ever since we did Milestone Experience, it gets a little more loosey-goosey with it because you're not getting that tangible, like, well, we're not getting experience for these technically, so we can run.
Right. Oh, but fortunately, we have a lot of hit dice at this level. We have 14 specifically.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you are all unimpeded during the short rest.
He didn't die. Lord Marbury. Right? I'm trying to remember if he died in that fight or not.
I'll have to check the tape.
I don't think he or just check the map, I suppose.
All right, so that's what I meant to say. It's check the map, yeah.
Okay.
He did not. He's sitting at 8 hit points, but you freshly summoned him, right?
Yes.
Okay.
He's new.
He's new.
He could do his short rest as well.
I think he gets probably one good full heal.
Okay.
Because that would be a lot of.
That's a lot.
He would essentially using all of his hit dice to heal up to full. I'm not going to make you roll them. We'll just say he gets one full heal here, but after that, that's no more freebies. Otherwise, y'all tell me where you want to go. You've spotted
5 more Shardlin arrows.
Oh yeah. Oh, and I think Edmund has been adding more Shardlin arrows as we've been resting too.
Right.
If you've seen your inventory balloon
filling
up,
your stock.
So there's been a surplus.
I am over encumbered.
I cannot carry
and,
anymore.
And the last creature we fought was immune to psychic damage, so you weren't using them very much.
Yeah. That was fun for me.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Did you feel useless?
I said a little bit. I was just giving up on inspiration, going like, all right, well.
Lord Marbury was tanking quite a few hits, I believe.
Yep. So there's nothing near us, is there?
Like, well, that's us. Actually, yeah, I should have done a little bit of recap from the session before this one, because that's when you guys were in the telescope and you were actually looking at different areas, and you saw that's what the question marks are. Which actually, I'm going to go and identify these, because you were able to pretty much tell from a distance what they were based on their symbols. The Tower of Necromancy up here.
Don't take away the question marks, though.
Okay.
Because that tells us we haven't been there yet.
Glad you did that. I was just about to do that.
I need some sort of visual indicator that we have not yet visited.
Yeah. And then this one, which you notice is like half, it's like mostly destroyed, but when you looked through it in the telescope, it looked like it was, or sorry, when you looked at the telescope, you saw what you see now, but when you look at it normally, it's like this illusory, beautiful tower, and it had the symbol of the School of Illusion Magic, so that was the Tower of Illusion. This one, you haven't really identified what it is yet, the question mark down here, other than it looks like kind of a retail store that just somehow appears to still be intact. And this is the location where you saw the spell book from the Tower of Divination was kind of lying right outside.
Okay, and that's what we need. We need the code that's in that book.
Yeah.
Right?
And the whole time you've seen this giant-ass golem made of Chardalyn patrolling around, just killing anything that moves.
Right. He was killing, what are those creatures that are running the streets? The Nothics, yeah.
Maybe he'll like some Chardalyn arrows.
Some more Chardalyn robot?
Nobody ever asked me that before.
Alright, well, do we try to make a beeline for this retail store over here and tempt the fate of the giant Chardalyn robot?
Yeah, so let's go to the retail shop in the middle of this alien city.
There must be some good wares on sale.
Been busy lately? No, I guess not. Yep, you guys can slip down into the ruined city, back into what definitely looks like a commercial district that is mostly destroyed, mostly rubble. All the buildings are crumbling as you make your way through. And you've seen this Mythalar in the middle, which is a arcane nuclear device that has once powered this entire city, and is now been turned back on over the last couple of months, but is clearly damaged and has been creating all these very frightening rifts in space and time, and creatures have come out, tentacle things have come out. It's been just really creepy, and clearly this thing has been
Thanos thing I was talking
unstable.
About earlier.
Yeah,
they were trying to shut down.
Yeah, and you can't get to it because a big force field covering it.
And then, isn't there an army marching this way too?
Yes, there is. The other thing you saw through the telescope was Avarice, Valravan's old boss, Avarice, whom you met long time ago back in Caer Dineval, when he revealed that he was working for her.
Bye.
And you saw her approach with the army that she had taken from that place. You had technically liberated that place, and she had agreed to leave with the new group after you basically helped a coup. You helped her take over that force. And you saw them arrive fully armed and enter the city and killing Nothics in their way. And that was the last you saw. And then you've long rested since then. And now you've short rested since then, so.
And we haven't decided if Robin led them to us or not.
Okay, hold on. There's been no evidence Robin was in any way
or not.
I didn't even know this was a question.
It's always a question.
Yeah, that is something you could follow up on if you wish.
I'm more than happy to interrogate Valravn.
Which, actually, out of curiosity, do I still even have the stone that I used to communicate with her back?
Do. Would you like to use it?
I don't know. Would I? would I like the outcome?
Let's find out.
All right. After seeing that she's coming in here with an army, sure, yes. Let's just play dumb and let's use it as like a hey, how's it going? I haven't talked to you in a while.
So,
hey girl, you up?
Yeah.
Well, Robin's making a booty call, you guys.
Yep. What do you say?
It's 2 a.m. You haven't get a text from somebody you haven't talked to in 6 months. How's it going?
How's it going? Just an innocuous, like, hey.
Kind of, yeah. Like a
remember me?
I guess technically the last time we talked to each other, I did discuss like checking in or something, right? I don't remember this exactly.
And then blew her off for.
And then blew her.
Yep.
For a long time.
Just another notch on your belt.
Yep.
I mean, let's be fair. You were busy seducing a woolly mammoth.
Right. There were things going on.
The notch is staying at 2.
Francine will return.
A red wizard and a woolly mammoth. That's it.
And a dragon who also is angry at you.
Post credits, Francine will return.
Yes.
That's right.
Elephant trumpeting sound.
You send a message and you get one back pretty quickly.
Okay.
And I'm gonna ignore all the stupid sending stone rules because I've got words prepared.
I don't know what they are.
I think it's like you have 25 messages. Like fuck that.
New stone, who dis?
Yeah, new stone who dis. And it says, "Oh, Valravn, I was wondering when you are going to check in. You have been a wonderful agent and a valuable part of my growing organization. It has not been easy since leaving Caer Denival, but I have been following you and your group with interest. Lost you for a time when you flew out to sea, but then you suddenly appear at the glacier, not far from where we were camped. And now you forged a path to the city itself. Remarkable. They will surely write books and compose songs of your grand discovery. Perhaps you shall write these books and songs. Should you wish to parley in person, I have set up a camp at the top of a sky dock, not far from the tower. It's the one with the floating platform in the southern areas. You may see some of my Black Knights, that's what they call themselves now, exploring the city. I've instructed them not to bring harm to your group, and to send you my way. You can discuss business."
I knew you were still a spy.
Now, hold on. Did he listen to this in private or right in front of us?
Did you have it on speaker, or...
Let's say I had it on speaker.
That's up to Valravn entirely.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's good shit. Let me put it back.
Yeah. Delete. Yeah. So you probably had it on speaker so everybody could hear it. Well, that's interesting.
I knew you were still a spy.
Does it sound like I had anything to do with any of this?
She was following you.
Precisely, following. That requires an ambivalence from the follower.
Uh-huh. I don't know what that word means.
I was unaware of her following. It is only just now occurring to me that this cursed device that I thought was just for communication is apparently a bit of a tracking device as well. I suppose I should respond back. How should I respond back? I don't want to sound too needy.
It's text by committee. Maybe too soon, not too soon. There's a waiting. There's an appropriate waiting period.
Give it about half an hour. Let you know I have a life.
I don't think you need to respond. I think she told you exactly what to do.
Well, yes, but
meet her at that tower.
Her condescending attempts at manipulation aside, she seems slightly, I don't know, authoritarian, more authoritarian than the last time we met her. I am concerned what her intentions for the city are. We all know what must be done with this Mythala that is causing this endless night, but she is a wizard. Valin's still here, right?
I was going to say, Valin, I don't want to interject too fast, but Valin speaks up as soon as she can and says, "You have been dealing with avarice?"
Where have you been?
Yeah, did I tell you about this?
I don't know, did you?
I don't know.
Probably not.
This was all before.
That's true.
And like I said, I don't think we've actually kept up with her, so I don't know.
Right.
For dramatic reasons, maybe this is the first revelation. It's probably come up because she's talked about avarice. But maybe she didn't fully know the relationship you had. But she is...
Apoplectic?
Yeah, she's like, that bitch crazy. Like, you ignorant fool.
She hired me.
She is dangerous.
Listen, she commissioned an entire, artist's journey for me to come here to this region.
She's manipulative. She is dangerous. She is ambitious, which, granted, makes her a fantastic member of the Arcane Brotherhood. But she is here for one reason and one reason only. And Valen points dramatically to the central nuclear device, blinking ominously in the background. She wants to get her hands on that, the same as Valish and Nass. They all want that.
And you don't?
She kind of rocks back on her heels. I want that to be safely dealt with. And whatever means that is. And I've been with you all long enough to know I think you've got the best chance of stopping what is an incredibly dangerous artifact from becoming a more imminent danger to everyone. So dangerous that a goddess shut down the sunlight in this region. That is danger, and that I'm not going to fuck with.
Do I feel anything?
You can roll insight. You can roll insight for sure.
Well, I'm talking with my connection to the Frostmaiden.
You haven't felt a whole lot of the Frostmaiden here. Mm-hmm. It's been. You still have your powers and things, but it's been very long distance. Whereas it feels like it's been kind of waning the deeper you go in here.
Let's call that a 21 instead, because I can't roll below.
You asshole. You've been traveling with Valen.
I haven't used this in a while, so just
yeah.
Oh, it's a 10. It's a 10, so it's a 20. It's actually a 20.
This is an insight check, though, not a persuasion or deception check, right?
Oh, you're right. It's not. Okay, never mind. Yeah.
I don't know if you had anything. Wasn't insight your other character could do that? I forget.
It may be.
I think somebody had a good insight.
Mannex could have a good. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, she seems pretty genuinely passionate about aiding you all, and frankly, at this point, it would be pretty left field. You feel like for her to betray you guys. You guys have saved each other, enough times and helped each other where you've built this relationship where even if she once maybe had an agenda, it's probably evolved since then, or maybe it's evolved since seeing, things in their state as they have been here.
All the terrible things we've been through.
It's adventures along the way. But from her, she is passionately also warning you about avarice for sure. She's like, that's yeah. She does say that avarice can't directly harm another member of the Arcane Brotherhood, but she would definitely want to not have Valen here because that would be a competitor for her to stake her claim at this whole site is like a find.
Yeah. Well, perhaps we can get Valish and Ness to fight avarice while we shut this thing down, and we can let them deal with it, deal with their agendas and ambitions amongst themselves, while we actually deal with the situation.
Sure, you can swing that with your silver tongue. I'd like to see it. I sounded sarcastic there, but I really would like to see that. That would be a wonderful use of our time. As you all are chatting about this, you're walking along the streets, and you see that Mythalar sputter and spark, and you all kind of, tense for a moment, and you see nearby, kind of up in the air, a just void of darkness opens, and you've kind of seen this happen a couple times now to where it's almost old hat, but a large void into what looks like just a space, a starry sky appears, and you see these one large and several smaller, the best thing you can think of would be sharks, kind of swimming through this spacey void and coming through this portal into space.
Space sharks?
Space sharks, if you will.
I will.
How do you all react to that at this moment?
Wait, we have space sharks flying at us? I mean, not well.
They're high in the sky, right?
They're high in the sky. You feel like you might be able to avoid them if you wanted to do like a stealth thing or something else, but you tell me.
You said we've seen it before? What do you mean?
Well, you've seen these incursions happen before, these supernatural events that the broken Mythalar seems to be producing all these different rips. You've seen, walls whispering and talking. You've seen tentacles come out. You've just seen just scary shit happen all the time. This particular one you haven't seen, but you know that there are these weird-ass events happening around the city, and they're happening with increasing frequency.
Then we will say, "Not again," and disappear.
Thimbleweed has a history with space sharks?
None of it good.
You'll never know.
That's right. He's gone. He's gone.
I owe so much money to a space shark.
I can't go back.
I can't go back there. A space loan shark, if you will. A lone space shark.
And a lone space shark.
That would just be a single space shark.
Mm-hmm.
Who also loans money.
Just stop.
A lone space loan shark?
Yeah.
Is that what you're describing?
Yes, I think so. What do you all do in this situation? Thimbleweed has turned invisible. He's a team player.
Are we in a situation where there's buildings we can duck into?
Sure.
Or all right, well,
you'd still probably think it might require some kind of stealthy to get over there, but you all have spells and things at your disposal. I'm willing to hear plans.
I am not stealthy. Stealth is not my forte.
Yeah, I'm looking through to see what I got.
I'm gonna find a high place to climb up.
Where are we going?
Yeah, you tell me. Where are you going? You're in the middle of this crumbling, ruined city, and above you, a little bit of a distance, a void has opened up. A bunch of flying space sharks are appearing like a fleet of ships.
That doesn't necessarily mean they'll be able to fly in this realm, though. They could just, as they come through, just go splat.
They can only fly in space.
It's the war of the worlds. They can't handle our parasites and diseases. They'll die on their own.
Yeah, I guess I'll just try to stealth, I suppose. Well, no, ignore that. I was looking at that as a possible distraction, but...
All right. Let me try something.
I love it when he says that. Everybody groans.
Question. Tensor's floating disc. I have that spell scroll.
Uh-huh.
But the disc it creates, is it opaque?
Does the spell have a description that would be helpful?
Not really.
Is it
This
disc?
spell creates... Let me copy and paste.
Thank you.
It just says it creates a circular horizontal plane of force, 3 feet in diameter, 1 inch thick, floats 3 feet above the ground. I guess I'll look it up.
Circular horizontal plane of force. I guess whenever I think of a force thing, I always think of it looking like glass kind of a thing. Like typically you would picture like a force field, but if it doesn't say, you could I could at least be frosted glass, maybe. But tell me what your plan is. I'm willing to hear out.
I'm going to cast it, have everybody hide under it, and if I move 20 feet away from it, it'll follow me. So only I have to do stealth checks. And if it's opaque, everyone can duck underneath and not be seen and not have to worry about stealthing.
I think it's 3 feet wide.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not positive, but
3 feet in diameter.
Oh, diameter. Okay.
Yeah, 3 feet in diameter. So there's you, Celeste, and Fright. I mean, just 3 people. Y'all can huddle up. Oh, and Lynn. Y'all can huddle up.
3 feet?
It's like a thing like this.
That's
right.
That's real small. Frey, maybe.
Yeah, just pop it on Frey's head and just
Frey could probably be on there. This is more like a personal floating disc that you would have, I guess.
Okay, good point. Good point.
I can make us really quiet where nothing can hear us.
I mean, that'd probably be helpful.
Yeah, but they can see us, though.
Yeah, you need to deal with
the sight
issue.
Well, if we try to duck into some buildings, we could try to do that at the same time.
Yeah, and that's a good point, James. Lord Marbury is also gonna be a prime target. He needs to.
Lord Marbury actually could probably just serve as a distraction. Lord Marbury's got a fucking 90-foot fly speed.
Yeah.
He could probably just run circles around these motherfuckers.
Oh boy, we're gonna test the speed of the space shark. How fast could a space shark be, Lord Marbury?
Marbury's gonna go Top Gun on these space sharks.
Yeah.
I'm up for the Lord Marbury distraction.
Anything that involves surfing that horse up.
Yeah, let's do that. That's
You're lucky Lord Marbury is like devoted to you, because this is a real frog manic situation with how you treat your freaking summons.
I mean, he's a prideful Lord of Pegasi.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, he would probably take pride in like
He's put through the shitter for you.
That's also true.
They have to stoke his ego to get him to do it.
That's right. Surely you can outrun some of these garbage creatures from the outer space realms, yes?
I have a visual representation for you.
Oh boy. It looks more like what's those things with the
anglerfish.
the fishing anglerfish. There
Yeah,
you
it's
go.
kind of that creepy mouth to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If Lord Marbury agrees, then you can send him up there and pretty much distract them very quickly, because they're up in the air. So if he takes to the air, like he will absorb their attention pretty quickly.
Yeah, Marbury's gonna he's got a 90-foot fly speed, so he is going to take off in the air and just start doing maneuvers in front of them, like do a barrel roll.
He's buzzing the tower. He's doing
Exactly.
The towers are crumbling. All right, and what plays is a awesome action sequence that we see from afar, where Lord Marbury flies and these sharks just like go into formation and spread out, and just all the little ones trying to come around the sides. But you find Lord Marbury is far faster and more elegant than these brutish creatures. And yes, entering the this planet's atmosphere has maybe slowed them down a little bit, although they appear very singularly devoted, trying to chase Lord Marbury down. What you've noticed, however, is this whole event has also caught the attention of this giant Charlatan golem, who is also
hide in the building,
now marching, and it kind of has its attention looking up as it. Yeah, you guys can. Do
Which
what you want
we have all ducked inside a building while Marbury was doing this, right? Like I assume.
I don't assume anything. You guys got to tell me. Everybody just sits up there like, gosh.
We all just stand in the street going, this is cool.
Yeah. No, I'll pop my my silencing orb.
Okay.
My orb of silence, which is 10-foot radius, so 20-foot diameter.
Switch to hand signals.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not going to tell anybody. It's just now it's
Everybody
quiet.
just flips each other. Yeah. One was in the middle of talking and just silent.
Although, you know what, I didn't talk about this when we short rested.
Now you can't talk at all.
But well, presumably,
Telepathy.
Every time that we short rest, I guess it's only an hour long. So this is like kind of like the detect magic thing, where I'm going to be doing this constantly.
Oh Lord!
And I don't want to have to say it constantly, but I also don't want to spend the spell slots.
I mean, usually I acquiesce to like, you got detect magic on
the rituals.
Yeah.
So this is not. I mean, this is that kind of situation where like I'm going to be using this enough to where at any given time it should be active.
Because this is a ritual spell, so it's just anytime
It's
you have
a
10
ritual
minutes,
spell.
you can cast it.
Yep.
Every
10
hour.
minutes as we're walking through the street, I'm doing it. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So this is a fairly. Go ahead.
I'm going to snatch the sending stone from Valravn.
I'm taking your phone from you. No fucking truck
You
texting
can't be trusted.
this chick no more.
You let me take it?
I mean, you probably can't stop you. Do you have a plan for it? What are you doing, my friend?
Edmund uses one of his purple pair charms to go invisible. And then
okay.
I'm just going to use my winged boots to fly towards the Charlatan golem.
Oh my god.
And drop the sending stone down the back of its neck.
I was like, all right, you're doing the cell phone in the car or the whatever that trick. Yeah.
Okay, so now the golem's now low-jacked.
Yep.
That's right.
That's funny.
And now Avarice is going to think that
he's always just patrolling this area very slowly.
Walking in circles. She's gonna think we're walking in circles.
And start sending her troops towards that thing. Yeah, that's funny.
Let her. Let them deal with it.
All right, I'll give you inspiration for that. That's fucking funny. Clever girl. So yeah, you all can hide. Go ahead and give me group stealth check. Everybody give me a stealth check with advantage as you have this silence around you.
Except for Thimbleweed and
sure,
Edmund.
yeah, those of you who are invisible.
We're invisible.
Yeah, well, I almost feel like you are flying up to this creature though and dropping a phone down. That might make some sound.
Stealth. Where are we? Stealth.
These are some pretty good checks.
Wow, they are. Yes.
Yeah, this thing is able to, you effectively done a very good job of just hiding, hunkered down, silence, some of you invisible, some of you flying around. And this golem now has its attention drawn, and the size is more like, it's like that size. Is it out there, and it repeats that mantra that it's been using, which is, what is its thing? It speaks in a voice that is clearly somebody else's recorded voice. As citizens of Ythryn, this city is under emergency lockdown and a curfew is under effect. This unit has been authorized to use lethal force. Just keeps repeating that, and then as it spots both Lord Marbury and these flying sharks, at one point it even opens like its faceplate, and this beam of light fires out and tries to zap in a direct line. And I'm gonna have Lord Marbury give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no, Marbury wasn't ready for this. You can outrun some space sharks. You can outrun the space.
This thing like fires in a long ass like really far.
13.
Is this like at the end of Thor where that tin can monster like has a fire beam come out of its face?
Yeah, it's exactly what it's inspired by, yes. Lord Marbury takes 38 radiant damage, and
oh goodness,
most of the space sharks are incinerated, just like dusted.
All right, Marbury's gonna immediately drop down to like ground range and like hit the streets.
Yeah, the big shark like turns off immediately and starts flying in a further distance. And you see the golem like just continue to kind of patrol this area and get past you guys. And then thankfully you notice it kind of continues its patrol after that. It notices the shark kind of leave the whole vicinity. And this void eventually starts, it stays there for a while and then eventually starts shrinking. You all can quietly emerge from your hiding place, and Lord Marbury can rejoin, having been quite singed and
slightly blackened.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's keep going. Now, I assume the construct will slowly make it his whole route again. So
that is what you recall, that it had a big patrol radius around this whole area. So yeah, it's pretty slow and methodical, but it just kind of keeps going past you guys. All right, as you approach this area, the first thing you can do is grab that spell book that's just outside what appears to be a clothing store. Silken drapes hang from the walls of this miraculously intact storefront, their surfaces swirling with illusory images of dragons, fire, and twinkling star fields. A small group of armed Magen stand guard outside, looking for all the world like frozen statues. Magen, as you recall, are those blue-skinned constructs that serve as the servants, the soldiers, the manual laborers, just this whole artificial like working class that has been constructed that apparently have survived because they're constructs. And
Mages don't react to our approach?
They do not. Appear to be like frozen in place almost. Divination.
Oh, the clue we're looking for.
Yeah. So the spell book, first of all, looks like it's actually a wizard spell book. None of you are wizards, but it's got a whole bunch of spells in there for wizards. Glenn's like, oh,
it looks neat.
Yeah, it's a treasure. Surely that Slod won't be coming back for it, right?
I think he was leaving. I think he was pretty excited about leaving.
That's true. We did unleash an ancient Slod upon the world, but all things considered,
he seemed nice.
She did seem nice. It does contain.
Was it a she? I didn't notice.
It was a she. Yes, you were an asshole. It contains the following inscription in Draconic, which is one of the lines that you need. Third, a burnt palm loosens the tongue. Shed a secret about yourself for all to hear.
Okay.
So I believe you found the first 3 now.
Yep. Okay. So that's yeah.
And it does look like this store is open and functioning, at least from the outside.
That's it. If we found a Nordstrom rack in the middle of this ancient destroyed city,
Perhaps. It's a big blowout sale, too.
Fantastic. I need a new pair of shorts.
Oh, Lord.
So these mages that are outside, though, like, are they like guarding the entrance, or are they just standing outside like mannequins? Like he's.
They appear armed and appear to be, I was gonna say alive, but they are constructs, but you know what I mean. They're kind of functional, they're just not doing anything.
Okay. Perhaps we ought to not steal from this shop. I suspect these security guards of some sort.
Yeah, Valen's like, of all these places, there's just a store with guards outside.
It is odd. Suppose we should see who's running this shop after all this time.
You all can step inside and see fine silks hang in long drapes throughout the store. The silk shimmers and glows. Skittering about the rafters above, you spot several large spiders that seemingly blink and teleport around. More magens stand guard imperiously like mannequins. Several actual mannequins draped in finery encircle an empty pedestal in the middle of the store. An illusory image of a magnificently dressed human appears. And the image says, in the ancient language, but I'm just going to translate it for you. I am Silk Master Mixel, and here in the Hall of Silk we craft the finest robes that can be sewn by dozens of legs. For one low payment of 99 gold pieces, you too can proudly display the most luxurious robes in Ythryn. Just step up to the pedestal and ask of what lovely image you wish to have imprinted, and it will be done.
Okay.
Wait, so it's like a printer for clothes?
Yeah, he's gonna like print clothes for us. Yeah, he is a 3D printer, or maybe the spiders are 3D printers up there. Maybe that's what they're doing.
Truly, they were a magnificent people.
All right, well, I'm not doing anything else with my gold right now. We haven't seen a shop in some time out here in the frozen wild.
This has been weighing me down.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what Varrovan would want on robes, though. Like, can we see what the robes look like? Like, are the mannequins wearing like examples of the clothing?
Yeah, you see, they look like almost holographic images that kind of animate a little bit. And there's monsters, there's sunsets, there's waterfalls, there's all these different just images. There's just people doing various like symbols and poses, like just all kinds of things. And they're all like, they jump out like as 3D almost images. They're like animated all over this robe. It's pretty fucking cool.
You should want one. It was a map.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. I'll approach and is there a place to put the 99 gold?
There's nobody alive in the store, clearly. There's what looks like a very ancient, arcane medieval version of a cash register somewhere that looks kind of half destroyed. But otherwise you don't see an obvious place. But you do see a lot of guards.
Yeah. Right.
I don't know where you're from, Valravn, but first you have the product made, then you pay for it. So I assume once you have your robe made, then it'll be obvious where you pay.
I mean, custom clothes you kind of pay for first.
Oh.
Michelle agrees with me. She's like, yeah. The moms know. We get it. We want the cute stuff, we gotta pay first.
Oh, Robin's gonna want the cute stuff.
That's right.
His fucking girlfriend just showed up in town. We gotta get it. It's a whole makeover now. Cue the music.
Good. Yep. I haven't seen her in a while.
Better be a grooming store here. Whole mani-pedi episode.
Okay, for I'm gonna walk up and be like, "Oh, great Silk Master, I require one of your fabulous robes."
You see it as clearly a programmed illusion that's just staring still at the entrance, and after a moment it flickers and says, I am Silk Master Mixel, and here in the Hall of Silk we craft the finest robes that can be sewn by dozens of... It just go to the whole thing again.
Alright.
But it does repeat the fact, step onto the pedestal and ask of what you... Yeah. For the low payment of 99.
Does anyone else want to step on the pedestal first?
Now he's got the cold feet.
Oh, what are you afraid?
I'm a little. There's spiders up there. Okay. Moran what he will do is he will pull out the 99 gold. He will hold it in his hands. But I have your payment, sir. And he will walk onto the pedestal holding the gold that he needs to pay.
Okay. You walk onto the pedestal, and as you do that, you see several blinks above the rafters directly above you, and then these large shimmering spiders come down with on their silken webs and just kind of surround you, and they just stop, and they have their legs kind of come out with silk like right here, and they all start just inches like all around you with all their eyes just facing you, and they just stop and pause for a moment, stare at you. Don't think about dicks. Don't think about dicks. Don't think about dicks. You have chosen.
Damn it. You know what? Lord Marbury's given up so much for me.
Oh!
You said there were creatures on these, right? Like
yes.
Some of them had creatures? All right. There's going to be a dramatic pose of like Lord Marbury like flying out with like wings out.
Nice.
The whole thing.
Puts a giant picture of your pet on your shirt.
Far out is that guy. He's gonna make a sweatshirt with just his pet. It's like the whole thing.
All right.
And I'm gonna wear it to work. It's gonna be my whole identity.
That's right. Matching accessories. All right. Whenever you announce it or think about it really hard, they go to work. They start just like almost. It's a weird feeling. You're just kind of being gently poked and prodded a little bit as the silk comes around, and basically they 3D print around your body, so it is fit and trimmed exactly perfectly to your form, and then they imbue some kind of magical effect onto it, and you see it just 3D printing right before your eyes. Just all of a sudden, all these legs coming out and creating this awesome, just bitchin' flying Pegasus just coming out. And they've got like extra stuff that has like a mohawk and flames. Like, it just looks fucking awesome. And then when they're finally done with this perfectly awesome like illusory robe effect, they like pull back for a moment, and then they all go back up into the rafters.
Okay. So am I now wearing a robe with Lord Marbury on it?
Yes.
Okay.
That is now canon.
It look more realistic than Lord Marbury himself.
Better than the real one. They photoshopped his face, removed all the blemishes, toned him up a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it looks way cooler than Lord Marbury ever actually looks. He looks 10 years younger.
Do I just leave the money here? Kind of holds up the gold.
Right. Once again, this illusion doesn't seem to be able to respond to you. It's just it's like it's just a recorded message playing.
All right. Marbury will walk over to what seems to be the remains of the cash register and just sort of deposit the money just in a pile.
Okay. For a moment, you notice maybe some of the guards like watching you with their eyes, but as you deposit the money, their eyes kind of snap back to just wherever, like unfocused, kind of like searching the whole store in general.
Okay.
But you are now...
Well, my friends, I would recommend that to anyone. That was fantastic.
I'll pass.
You are in possession of a phase spider spun robe.
You know that's going to be able to do something cool.
I mean, it's got an animated Lord Marbury on it. It's very cool.
That's right.
Plus charisma checks to all people he interacts with.
Look at my cool Pegasus outfit.
All you need now is a hat.
Can you make me a matching hat? Fortunately, the hat store is destroyed. Otherwise, unless anybody wants to do anything, you guys are free to leave and move on.
I don't need fancy robes.
Can I just look around and see if there's anything else of interest in this shop?
The main thing that you see are the existing robes that are here. You know, all the and the robe you're wearing also, you know, they obviously look valuable. They're magical. You know, this isn't just it's not a magic item per se in the way that magic items function in this world, but it kind of is. It's just a very minor, like, magical effect, you know, ongoing.
The hologram.
Yeah, basically. But that means it's worth a decent amount of money. You feel like too, and these other robes, that exist in here would probably be the same, but you feel like that would be considered stealing because that would be their storefront, basically.
Right. Does anyone want to grab a robe and run? No, I'm happy. I got my robe. I'm gonna look badass on Marbury with a Marbury robe.
I just need Lord Marbury to get a shirt with your face on it. Can you make a horse-sized clothes, please?
Horse robes.
How much is that going to cost? I guess it'd be a horse blanket. I don't know.
Yeah, there are those.
There are those.
Can we peek out and make sure the golem isn't nearby?
You can, yes. You can peek out, and it is nowhere to be found. It is gone. At this point, pretty much at the end of the street, and looks like it will continue its path back pretty much the way you guys came.
Let's continue onward then. The nearest one is these are both towers, right next to each other.
Yes.
Oh, that's handy. All right. Well, Tower of Illusion's closest.
Yes. You all can approach the Tower of Illusion. A strange mist envelops this tall tower. A purple symbol reminiscent of an eye can be seen through the haze at the top of the tower, although, as you recall, the entire top is illusory in general. The eye appears to, like, track your movement. And, of course, your Detect Magic, which I presume you always have on, is detecting a large aura of illusion magic, which is penetrating through this this whole, what you see as a mist is really like when you get beyond it, now you can see like the broken shell of the tower through it. It was making the tower look like this grand, still standing object. When you are able,
so the actual tower doesn't exist anymore. Like the tower itself, is actually crumbled.
The base,
but the base is
there's
still
something still here. Yeah, the base of it is still
the
here.
The actual tower is an illusion,
right?
That makes it look like it's all still okay.
Yep. You guys can clear a bit of rubble outside and make your way inside. The dark room is full of mist. Panicked voices call out and echo from all around. An explosion sounds from the center of the room, followed by fast heartbeats, sobbing, and ragged, gasping breaths. Suddenly, all of the sounds cease, and the rooms fall quiet. As the mist settles, flamboyantly dressed mannequins can be seen lying haphazardly around the room. A winding staircase leads further up into the tower. Although, as you can see, you've got basically a ceiling, or the top of the tower is mostly gone. When you reach this top platform area, it opens up into a theater. Plush purple seating arranged in rows face a small stage covered by curtains on the far side of the room. Purple magical lights illuminate the room. After a brief flicker, a purple-robed human man with wild colors running through his hair appears before you. Very similar to actually the illusory image that just appeared in that store. Like a pre-programmed figure who looks like somebody who would be this ancient people, and speaking in that ancient language, which Belen and others that can understand languages can translate. This figure says, "I am High Illusionist Ajamar. This is likely the final performance at my theater. If you're hearing this message, then I did not survive Ythryn's fall. But the show must go on. I am programmed to share information pertaining the legacy of the Tower of Illusion, the condition that my dying wish is met. Always aspired to be a great playwright, but my time never came. You would indulge me, I would ask that you graciously perform a scene from my final work. My personal quarters, you will find the manuscript of the Nether Trolls. Need costumes? I recommend commissioning them. The Hall of Silk, if it's still standing. Once you are ready to perform the scene, please pull the curtains back, and I'll invite the audience in to spectate. They are hard to impress. Respond well to creativity."
He wants us to put on a play.
You paid for your costume too soon.
Yeah. I need a different costume.
I know, I needed a costume. No.
I missed that, though. He wants us to put on a play of his greatest work.
He wrote a script. He was
Is the script laying around?
You said it was like in his quarters or something?
In his quarters, yeah.
Yeah.
Can we go up the stairs and take a look?
Yes.
Anybody who's watched Arrested Development, I'm getting like hard like Warden Gentles vibes out of this. Like, I've written a screenplay. Would you like to read it?
Only if it has a suitcase full of batteries.
Yeah.
Pillowcase full of batteries.
Yeah.
Edmund, you can find a doorway that's unlocked, and when you nearby, and when you go in there, kind of backstage, you see the room is dominated by a large purple carpet covered in eye symbols. A robed skeletal corpse lies slumped into a comfortable chair, sitting next to a small table covered in papers. Eclectic hats and outfits lie strewn about the floor. On the far side of the room stands a beautiful mirror.
No script laying around though.
You do see on the table in plain view is several copies of the script.
I'm gonna walk over and eyeball that skeleton laying there.
Yeah.
But head towards the scripts and see if I can gather them up.
Give me a medicine check if you want to check out the...
What? A medicine check?
Oh, you said you want to look at the body? I don't know. Or are you just checking to make sure it doesn't, like, jump out at you?
Exactly. I'm
Okay.
just making sure it doesn't leap at me.
Sure. I'm not no medical examiner. I just don't want the thing to kill me. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to kill you, but that's a fair question.
He's dead.
I mean, this is D&D. I wouldn't trust any.
Yeah. Right. If I'm following up, does my detect magic go off on anything in this room?
The mirror seems to radiate illusion and conjuration magic. If anybody would like to make an investigation check or a perception check with the mirror, you certainly can.
I am proficient at perception.
Which is this mirror? I think I'm pretty good.
Edmund, you also see with the nether trolls is
Not perceptive enough.
Is a spell scroll, yeah. Is a spell scroll that seems to summon... this might be a custom one, actually.
Oh, I'm not vanish, but it doesn't matter.
Okay. It's a spell scroll of Illusory Dragon.
Illusory Dragon?
Illusory Dragon.
That's a spell?
Illusory.
Can I pick it up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lord Volraven. Perception check.
Yeah. I was very curious about that mirror.
You notice when you look at the mirror, it's showing, obviously, the room. But you turn and look at the room and look back at the mirror, and you notice the mirror is showing an extra, like, armoire that's not in your room.
Oh. Okay. Interesting. Celestia, will you help me out with something very quickly here? And will you stand precisely where I tell you to in the room? I'm very curious about something.
He's gonna do a magic trick.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess so.
Moravin will direct. Looking at the mirror, he'll direct Celeste to the armoire so that she's like standing in front of it or out in it or where it is in the mirror image.
Okay.
Is here about good?
Yeah. 2 steps to your left.
I shuffle over.
Celeste, you reach out, but there's nothing there.
What does it look like in the mirror? Does it look like she's like clipping through the armoire, or?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm confused. I reach out. There's nothing there. Like I'm reaching towards the armoire.
Mm-hmm.
The armoire is in the mirror image, but it's not in the actual room. Can I like touch the? What did my the perception check was for the mirror to look to see the armoire, right?
Yep.
Okay. Can I like touch the mirror?
You can. You touch the mirror. I mean, you see yourself. You see everybody in the room in the mirror. And you touch the mirror, and it appears to just be a mirror. But you do rate. You're feeling that magic on it.
Interesting. Do you, Celestia? Do you see the armoire in this? He'll like be like pointing to where the armoire is in the mirror image.
If you point it out, I mean, other people can like, oh yeah, okay, I do see. There's a. It almost looks like an optical illusion or some kind of a weird effect.
Yeah, but no one can actually like touch it in the real world.
Correct.
And if I turn and look at that with my detect magic, I see nothing in that spot.
Right.
Interesting. Well, I'm all out of ideas.
And sorry, you're looking in the mirror and you can see an armoire in the mirror, but not in reality.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then if one of us walks over to that spot, we don't feel anything invisible.
Right.
Well, Valrobin, I'm going to apologize for this, but he's going to push Valrobin into the mirror.
But he was already touching it. I don't think.
Yeah, Valrobin just slams against the mirror uncomfortably.
Well, it's a good try.
Maybe just needed more force.
Again and again.
Huh. Does the armoire even look important?
Does it look like just a regular armoire?
Yeah, it's hard to say. It looks like it's got big enough to contain things, I guess.
And sorry, can Valrobin see himself in present day?
Yes, you all see yourselves in the mirror.
With his gaudy new outfit?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Huh.
There's nothing else different in the mirror besides the armoire?
Correct.
I'm going to look at the mirror and focus hard on that armoire and walk backwards towards where the armoire should be.
It's a weird sensation because you're bracing yourself to hit the armoire, but you don't. You just walk back into like a wall, and you see yourself kind of clipping, like Valrobin was mentioning. It messes with your mind a little bit.
Can the mirror be moved?
It's pretty big, but you could move it.
I do have gauntlets of ogre strength.
You do have gauntlets, yeah. I mean, yes, you can. You feel like you could move it, and when you move it, you can even tilt it a little bit, and in the same, it just shows again everything is the same in the room except when you show that certain spot, it reflects a armoire there that isn't there in your room.
This mirror is in the front of my ego. We should destroy it.
Yes.
This is the script you picked up. And mentioned there are multiple roles. And the at least the programmed version of the High Illusionist, has requested that you act out this scene in front of a live studio audience.
To be married.
There's 4 roles in this.
Should we invite the golem?
We need you to be narrator, Golem.
Mm-hmm.
Again, no one's asked him before.
That's exactly.
Right. No one's asking.
It's always been my dream to be on Broadway.
It's on a little hat.
Yeah.
Frey goes and takes a seat
in the audience.
Oh, this is a. I'm just gonna watch. This is an interrupting the marriage scene. Yeah, there's a narrator.
Yep.
The 2 people who are getting married, and then the person who's interrupting the marriage.
Oh, I want to be the person who's interrupting the marriage.
You've always wanted to do that.
I object.
Ever since ours.
I just bust into random chapels just during
Yeah,
ceremonies. It's never at the right moment. It's never at that place, so it loses its impact.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm in love with the groom. I don't know you, lady. Oh, sorry, wrong chapel.
Wrong chapel.
You're the bride, you asshole.
I feel kind of bad pointing this out, but I don't think Thimblewee can participate since he can't speak out loud.
I need to write it on a piece of paper. Hold it up.
Wait, what? You can't because why?
He
You
just
can't speak out
chitters
loud?
loudly.
He's
He's an insect now.
Because he's an insect now.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's more bug than man.
Psychic.
Yeah. Series of hand signals.
All right. Well, Celeste has already claimed the Simon role, or Simon. I'm not sure how you pronounce that.
Simone.
Simone. Robin does feel drawn to the narrator role.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like it's
natural.
You've been narrating this whole fucking story. Yeah.
It seems second nature. Yeah.
I'll be Benner.
Is Benner the one that is not going to end up getting married at the end of this?
I'm so invested now.
Who's narrator? I want to be narrator.
Ooh, we gotta fight Valravn.
Valravn's claim narrator.
Literally the boy. Yeah, it's like you will pry it from my well manicured hands.
So Valravn's
you were left
Simone.
with Andis.
Andis.
I can be Andis.
They're actually smooth. All right. That seems. Is that everybody? I feel like we're missing one.
Frey has sat down in the chairs.
Only 4 roles.
Mm-hmm.
But Thimblewee can't do it, right? We already determined. I guess he could hold up.
Hey, he said that the audience appreciates creativity.
That's true. This is an interpretation
performance of my lifetime.
I mean, Frey, if you want to translate, maybe, or do a combo deal.
Oh no, Frey's already searching around looking for the decimated remains of tomatoes.
But if you do translate, you do it in the most deadpan way possible.
You all do find some rudimentary outfits in this room as well. Some basic clothes that clearly were designed for this particular play. Although how you interpret clothes as which of what is up to you.
Right. So Celeste is already the person who's going to interrupt the wedding. Edmund and Thimblewee are playing the couple who's getting married, who's about to get married.
Fantastic.
So Thimblewee, that means we need you to put on a wedding dress.
He has to rip his other two arms out of the side. Just.
That's what I want to see.
Mm-hmm.
This is a radical interpretation of his words. Like, well, we're taking it in a new direction.
You're making it avant-garde.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. If you guys have your rolls, you can take to the stage. And it was... Let's see. It was... when you pull the curtains back, that's when it will start the performance.
Ooh, Frey can be the curtain puller.
Yeah. Valen will sit in the audience with you, Frey. And by the way, you do like Valen more now. We're magically compelled to like her more.
I feel like I've got what is it? I feel like I've got something that can help here.
No way, you, the bard whose whole thing is theatrics,
well,
feel like you've
for
got
me, sure, but...
you can do. I'm a little mustard on this one.
Who does Valravn as he looks over the rest of the cast? Who does he feel like needs the most help in terms of performance?
Who has performance anxiety right now?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna say Valen can cast tongues on Thimbleweed to allow him to speak for the purposes of this,
so that his jittering can be understood.
Yes, we can properly
like subtitles. It's subtitles for the show. All right, and also to Thimbleweed, I'm not sure what everybody's charisma scores is, but he's got his Wand of Alteration that he'll use, and he will cast Enhance Ability.
My charisma score is fine.
Is it? Well, you know what? Actually, I can do this multiple times. Hold on. Well, hold on.
Make you all pretty. Just hold still.
Exactly.
You all need to be stage glamorous.
Yep.
You all look terrible. You smell bad. Well, Robin's got his new awesome shirt.
That's right. What does Enhance Ability do? Okay, it's second level spell. I can cast. Target has advantage on charisma checks, and if I cast it at a higher level, I can target multiple creatures. Yeah, there's 3 other people. He's gonna use all. He's gonna use all the spell slots, all the slots of this wand, and he's gonna cast it 3 times.
Yeah, you are
on the 3 other members of this play, not on himself, but on the other 3 folks, and he's gonna give them what is. Copy and paste the spell itself, but the Eagle's Splendor Enhance Ability, which is they have advantage on charisma checks. I don't know if that's going to come into play or not, but let's see.
Okay. Well, are buffed charismatically. That's a rare one.
That's right. It is a rare one to come up. Yep.
All right, Frey, would you like to do the honors to pull back the curtain?
Yep.
All right.
If I pull it back, she means pull it completely down.
Right. Yeah, the whole thing just crushes down.
No more curtain.
Clearly everything was just hanging on by a thread anyway. As the and by the way, how are you all dressed for this event? We literally talked Thimbleweed, put on a wedding dress, and the arms popped out, so it's all ripped up. How's everybody's dressed for this? How did you choose to interpret what your characters look like? So let's go with Edmund. What do you look like? What are you dressed like?
Edmund, playing Andus, has just that same purplish robe he saw the skeleton wearing. I assume the robe looks more, fashionable. Not like a dress robe or a sleeping robe, right?
Right.
Okay.
No, it was a day robe, a real Hugh Hefner walking around robe.
But yeah, just some like purple, lavish looking robe, fit for a king.
Nice. Celeste, how do you dress up for this role?
I mean, I think Celeste is just wearing adventurer's clothes because Simone is just like racing at the last minute to try to stop this wedding.
I mean,
So,
yeah.
adventurer's clothes, but I wanted to make sure that I, dressed up in costume. So I found a feather and put that in my hat. To dress up
All right.
the guard.
And then I guess Valravn, do you take a different?
Yeah, Valravn will go like understated. He'll
really, I feel like Valravn would be so far over the top.
Understated,
for this role.
he says.
But he's interpreting this role as like narratively. He likes the idea of like a beggar on the streets who happens to be by and witnessing this event, and who is just a bystander, a random citizen who happens to be witnessing these momentous occasions. So that's what he will dress up. Is just have like just a hood over robe, almost like the audience can't see his face. Yeah.
I apparently have dancing lights cantrip, so I'm going to use that as spotlights for us.
Oh,
there you go.
Okay, I like it.
Really jazz up this.
Yeah, that's a good one.
We didn't do any set dressing, so this will really like enhance the stage.
All right, so Frey pull. Oh, and Thimbleweed. Sorry, with the bride. Are you literally wearing the bride's gown with the ripped out arms?
Sure.
It's a good look.
With a tiara.
Terrifying. Frey, you pull the curtains down, and magical lighting in the room grows dim, and a spotlight appears on the stage alongside all the other spotlights you've got. And Frey, all around you, the seats fill with a dozen or more strangely dressed illusory humans, all with purple glowing eyes. And you see the high illusionist Ajamar addresses the audience in that strange Netherese language. It says, "Now, for my final performance, get away."
Can I use like frost fingers to make like a spooky, like frosty, like cloudy effect along the ground, like you do with dry ice?
A fog, yeah.
Yeah.
As Valravn takes the stage. Yeah. All right, take it away.
Valravn walks out to the front of the stage like Willy Wonka in the beginning of Willy Wonka, like he's hobbling, like an old man with the robes. And he gets to the front and he starts talking. "We join our characters at sundown in the chapel. Anders and Benor are about to be married. By marrying Benor, Anders gleefully regains rulership." Bainer! Anders gleefully gains rulership over both Ythryn and Sunrest. Benor desires Anders' hand. Baynor desires Anders' hand, because without true love's kiss by sundown, Baynor will suffer a ghastly fate. What Baynor doesn't know is that their actual true love, Simone, is racing to arrive in time to proclaim their love for Baynor and stop them from marrying the wrong person.
All right, Valravn, give me a performance or persuasion check with advantage.
Okay. I haven't been able to use performance ever, so let's roll with that. 25.
All right, Frey, around you see the audience begin to nod, and a few of them kind of give little polite claps, and others like lean forward excitedly. Continue.
People of Ythryn, we gather here today to bear witness to the union of Benor and myself, of course. He kind of flexes his robe a little bit. By the power vested in me by the arcane octad, I now pronounce us.
Pause for laughter.
Yeah.
Laughter.
You pause. And there is some chuckles. How do you come on the stage?
I bound onto stage. I leap into the middle of the stage with a very grand gesture of "I object."
Nice. There's definitely some. It's very like sitcom audience laughter too, like a laugh track.
Benor, you can't marry Andus. They don't love you.
Simon, what are you doing here? You're about to ruin everything. When you turned your back on me and moved on.
Oh my god.
Benor, I had no choice. I didn't want you to see the truth about me. The truth is, I'm a horrible, grotesque troll. I drop my disguise and reveal myself as a monstrous green troll. Which I guess I have that.
How does this? Yeah, tell me how this works. Don't read that part.
I guess she just that point of the script like, oh shit. Okay, well.
Hold on. I
drop your hat. Drop your hat.
Please.
Take off a mustache.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I planned for that. I was trying to see if I had anything.
Right, I had not read that part of the script.
I'll be honest, guys. I just showed up. I had read the script. Typical actor.
Should have prepared more. All right, I just drop my hat and make myself into a.
Does Valravn have? You said he had minor illusion or something?
Oh, I do. Yeah,
he's sitting back there with his thumb up his ass. You could do something. Just absolutely watching her wither on stage. Come on.
Add a mustache to her.
And she takes the head off. He'll add like some like green horns, like a green hook nose, like make her look really trolly.
There you go.
You just hear from the stage because Frey doesn't know you're doing this. Holy shit! I'm influencing the crowd.
Right.
Simone, please give me a performance check.
Oh, she's got to get it with advantage because Frey is like playing this shit.
Yeah, you can definitely have advantage. Yeah, you guys are doing a great job on this.
Frey is not smart enough to realize that Valravn would be doing this.
Not very good.
Nope, you're overacting a little bit, and you hear the jeers from the crowd, and they begin kind of murmuring and, oh my goodness, look at this one, and it's they're all just illusions, and yet the effect is very real on you, and it's 23 psychic damage. However, I should remind your character has resistance to psychic damage because of a previous entanglement.
So what does that mean? Do I take half?
You take half of that, yeah.
Okay.
Is the person like, is like one of them next to me?
She turns to the audience. I don't care what you think.
You just hear shink, and Frey just like cuts one of the illusions in half.
Yeah, your sword very frustratingly or axe goes through, just nothing.
Eben points at Celeste. Guards, seize the troll. Ugh. I want their brain put in a jar in my study. And then he looks at Thimbleweed as lovingly as he can. My love, shall we get back to the happiest day of our lives?
No, Amos. I can't marry you. Simon, there's something I've been keeping from you too. And as Benor looks toward the final rays of sunlight, he casts minor illusion on himself.
Oh.
And gets tusks coming out of his mouth and turns himself green.
So one almost like a D&D troll, one almost like a World of Warcraft troll.
And that's going to require a performance check with advantage. What does they have Eagle Splendor? Is that giving them advantage also? Is that just...
That's exactly what it does.
Okay.
Yeah, it gives them advantage. Yep. Oh, goodness.
He doesn't have -1.
No problem.
It's pretty good. Once again, you hear like grumbles like, oh, these makeup effects are terrible. Doesn't look like a show. Looks like some kind of a hideous monster.
Yeah, looks like an insect creature.
His arms are clearly like still. Why did they use that effect? Thimbleweed, 30 psychic damage. But you are also resistant because of previous entanglement, so you take half damage.
It just so happens you two are the only two that resist.
That is true. You two have the resistance. All right, continue.
By Mistral, you're both disgusting. Guards, kill them both.
Maiden enter the room from all sides. The scene looks helpless for our heroes when suddenly Simone lets out a mighty call. Within moments, a huge dragon crashes into the chapel and eats Andus whole. With their leader defeated, the Magians stand down. All eyes return to Baynor and Simone.
Dinner.
Do you all do anything? Yeah, go ahead.
We did not.
Hold on. While he's reading this, Edmund pulls out the spell of Illusory Dragon. He just.
Oh, right. I was like, we did not prepare for a dragon in the script.
You didn't read the script, though.
To cast it. It is a wizard spell, so what do I gotta do? Arcana?
Oh, right. We gotta make a check to see if you can actually cast it, don't we?
Or you can just let me have it.
What's the fun in that? So that is a wizard. It's an Arcana spell with the DC equals 10 plus the spell level.
It's an 8th level illusion.
It's an 8th level spell? Oh, that ain't no joke, son. Well, this is gonna be fun. You want to give him a bardic inspiration or something on this one, boss?
I didn't even think about that. I probably should have done that to everybody at the very beginning. But yes, I do want to give him bardic inspiration.
If only you had some kind of method.
It literally just slipped my mind entirely.
Evan is struggling to read this scroll.
Sweat dripping down. This spell scroll is like 8 pages long. You can't like mispronounce a single word.
Yeah, you've got this, Edmund. I firmly believe in your...
Special effects have been really bad so far. You need to drive this one home.
An Arcana check, right?
Yes. Of a DC 18.
I'm going to use my inspiration straight up.
You can roll first, just in case.
Oh, yeah.
I roll first, and I use my inspiration and roll again. Do I get the higher number then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
right? Yeah.
Right. Come on, dice gods.
All right.
D10 is...
Could be worse. Yeah, we rolled a 12, for those of you listening.
All right, here we go.
So roll your D10.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Or
okay, inspiration. That's it.
Just with inspiration, yeah. You got it with a 20.
Nice.
Dirty 20. All right.
All right. You see him sweating and sweating, but he gets it off, and then this huge dragon just... you see all this like shadow come together, and a huge dragon crashes into the middle. I will not use the fear effect for it. However,
scare the audience.
Yeah, everybody screams. And, ah!
I assume if the DM lets me control the dragon's movements, I'll make it come towards Edmund, and using my winged boots, I pretend I'm grabbed into the jaw.
Ah, I love
it. Some wire work going on in this play.
Yeah.
And then the dragon's head goes above the stage, so you can't see, but I just don't rip here. And then the dragon is there. Yeah,
everybody's cheering and claps and stamping their feet. Woo! Even though it's not really appropriate for a play. They love it. They love it.
Oh, and then Edmund yells out, "Ah!" as he's getting eaten. Yeah,
we're going to count that as an automatic success, I think. I think the skill check for having to get the dragon off will suffice. All right, continue. I believe we had the narrator just, I'm going to say the last maybe 2 lines.
Yeah. With the leader defeated, the Magians stand down. All eyes return to Baynor and Simone.
Baynor, I love you.
I love you too.
Simone and Baynor approach each other and share a romantic kiss. For Robin literally waits.
Thimbleween's there with his mandibles.
So
Rubs his hands together.
Celeste tries to lean in for said kiss and just can't bring herself to do it.
I
and
attach
then-
all.
No, she stops. She tries. She starts to lean in and just can't do it, and then just blows a kiss
I
instead.
thought you just mop him in the face. Just to
In all four
reflex.
hands wrapped around her head.
Blows him a kiss. Oh, I
Their
need.
lips touch.
Emphasizing. I need Benor and Simone to give me a performance check.
You hear Frey in the audience going, kiss, kiss, kiss.
Yeah.
I'm
Or
rounding up the
you can do
crowd to do it,
performance
too.
or deception because you're not actually kissing.
There you go.
They're both bad.
But you have advantage on both because you have advantage on. Oh boy,
Getting better.
Celeste really sells that blowing the kiss though.
She
right?
does.
Like,
It's real sexy, and she's like, oh. The boy just ah, just absolutely pawing at you.
but he no longer understands human emotions.
if ever he did. Thimbleweed has 24 psychic damage coming in. Your resistance cuts it to 12. Celeste does just fine.
The room begins to glow, and both of them lift up into the air. A wave of light spreads over the room. When it clears, Simone and Benor are both human again.
And
Wait, I thought you changed that. Is this the third time you changed that name?
Like, there's been some rewrites late. Alright.
Yeah. So I assume that that effect doesn't actually happen.
As you read the last line, there's a pause, and then a lot of people clap, and then some people clap harder, and a few people stand up like, "Yeah, it was awesome!" Yeah. So it's probably a 4 out of 5, I think.
It's
Frey, how do you react? You're in the audience.
Frey maintains her saying goes, eh.
I start
Great.
chanting, Benor.
Nobody follows you. Afterwards, there's a illusory look of people like standing up and kind of walking, but then they just kind of disappear. And once the scene is concluded, you see the illusory image of Ajamar appears in front of you all and says, "That was magnificently done. Now I have been programmed to answer any relevant questions you may have."
Really?
All the questions
Yes.
are about. Oh,
That was your first question.
Yeah, I have 5 answers.
Really?
Yes.
all of my questions are related to Benor and Cinta.
How do you pronounce those things?
Yeah.
It's really driving me crazy.
Have you seen the movie Shrek by chance?
It's not to call you derivative, sir, but
Entirely intellectually distinct, I assure you. DreamWorks are masters of their craft.
I'm paying homage.
And
All
they
right.
thought
Well,
Shrek was a
after all the
pedophile.
questions about the backstory of this play
Yes.
and its relation to Shrek 2. Then I guess the question is, in order to gain access to the main spire of the city, we require the clue that is held within this tower. Can you provide it to us?
I've asked about a clue. Only response I have is a line of the rite of the arcane octad.
That's the one.
The line given to me is, and he pauses for a moment and then repeats very carefully, 6th, hide thyself behind a mask.
Do you have any masks on the premises that we may borrow?
But of course, you will find those and more costumes in my quarters.
Really?
Yes.
There is a fraudulent robot outside your premises that is seemingly killing everyone it encounters. Are you aware of a way to deactivate it or avoid it? Or make it non-hostile to us?
It pauses for a moment and says, so,
No.
if the security system is in extreme lockdown, you must remain inside for your protection. It will not last long.
You realize how long you've been dead?
I'm sorry, my responses are limited. You'll have to ask the right questions.
You are a skeleton in the other room, sir.
Just blinks at you.
Boehner. I like Boehner.
Let's ask the ghost. Is it Baynor or Benor or whatever else?
Character is Benar, of course.
Benor. That's the most disappointing of the answers.
You never do want to know.
It would have been funnier if you'd been like, the character is Steven.
It's an ancient pronunciation.
That's right.
We're all pronouncing it wrong.
All right. We got anything else we want to ask the Force Ghost here in the theater?
The Force Ghost.
You have no problems with us pillaging your costume room, though.
Pauses for a moment and says, please, these costumes and items are meant to remain within this tower.
I mean, we kind of have to take the mask with us outside of the tower.
Doesn't respond.
It's a robot ghost. What can it do?
Really? Really?
Don't irritate the robot ghost.
Yeah, let's go back to the office and find a mask that looks cool.
Yeah.
What masks are in there?
Once again, you see that mirror.
Yeah.
Oh, Robot Man.
Oh,
How do we get to the other thing?
What do you ask him?
How do we find the other wardrobe?
The one in the mirror.
Ah, my mirror is a doorway whose surface isn't real. So if there's no one pushing back, then resistance you won't feel.
Anyone else understand that?
He smiles very cleverly at that.
Can you write that down, Force Ghost?
No. Yes, he will. I am incapable.
Okay.
If there's no one, I feel like we tried this though.
If there's no one.
All right. I will use my last invisibility and then push against the mirror.
You go invisible, and you no longer see a reflection in the mirror. And when you touch the mirror, your hand goes through.
And I keep walking through.
You walk through and you enter what appears to be you feel like the air is like stale in here. It looks like an exact mirror image of the room you just entered, except there is an extra armoire.
Let's go open it.
Yeah, inside that armoire are lots of cloaks, apparently. Magic cloaks.
Can I pick up the armor and put it and bring it back out?
Just the whole thing showed up with.
So many cloaks. Hang on, I'm getting all the cloaks. There's a lot of cloaks. I'm joking about the cloaks. Within the armoire, you find a cloak of billowing. While wearing this cloak, you can use a bonus action to make it billow dramatically.
Oh gosh.
Lovely.
A cloak of many fashions. While wearing this cloak, you can use a bonus action to change the style, color, and apparent quality of the garment. Cloak's weight doesn't change. Regardless of its appearance, the cloak can't be anything but a cloak. Although it can duplicate the appearance of other magic cloaks. Doesn't gain their magical properties.
Other magic cloaks?
And you also find a cloak of displacement. This one does require attunement.
Got a picture.
While you wear this cloak, it projects an illusion that makes you appear to be standing in a place near your actual location, causing any creature to have disadvantage on attack rolls against you. If you take damage, the property ceases to function until the start of your next turn. Property is suppressed while you are incapacitated, restrained, or otherwise unable to move.
Wow,
Oh, that's cool.
That seems really handy to anyone that's going to be attacked a lot.
That seems cool.
Yeah, basically disadvantage on the first time you're attacked every turn. But
only if you get hit.
Only if you get hit and take
it
damage, correct,
going.
you would still have that disadvantage, yeah. Especially good on, like, high AC, probably.
Right.
Does require attunement, though. You also find...
sorry,
I was going to say, you also find 100 gold worth of jade dust. Or ruby dust, if you still need fucking ruby dust. I don't
need ruby dust anymore.
I'm good. I snort it.
Oh, that's good, Ruby.
It's insects love jade dust. Get some high.
Yeah.
I'll pass on the dust, I think. He'll collect the cloaks and
just blow it in someone's face.
I think it would be like blowing like glass dust in someone's face. It would just cause long-lasting problems.
I'll bring all 3 cloaks back out.
Okay. You see, well, you don't see anything. You just saw Edmund go invisible and then pause, and now you just came back invisible.
Did you see the armor like open in the mirror?
Yes, they did see that.
Clever bastard.
Mm-hmm.
Come back out. And I describe what they look like. See if anybody wants them.
Yeah.
I would take one of them, but one of the ones that look cool. But I've literally got a Pegasus cloak on, so
yeah, hard to compete.
Your mom says you're cool with that.
That's right. I feel like I'm having
flashbacks. Hi, Lynn, if you're watching.
I'm having flashbacks to like middle school where I had like the wolf shirt, like a shirt with wolves.
Everybody always has a wolf shirt.
3 wolf moon or whatever.
Yeah, there's like a moon and there's like 3 wolves howling at the moon. Like you thought it was so cool.
Oh yeah. There's a certain age where you can get away with wearing that kind of shirt.
Yeah.
After that, it gets a little dicey.
It gets a little weird. Yep.
I mean, that cloak of displacement looks appealing unless somebody else wants it. I know. What are you going to give up for it?
It is
I
tricky.
Know, that's the thing. I like the things that I have because I have the Codicil of Light, my axe, and then my belt.
Oh goodness, those are all very important items.
Yeah. Frey is not Frey without any of those things.
I know. I also think that Frey could just get hit and not care as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't get me wrong, it'd be great to make sure nobody can hit me, but
Emily, you don't think that'd be better than your Puwafi cloak? Because I think that's what I've got written down for your attunements. You got the white dragon shield, the vigilant sword, and then the Puwafi, what I think is just advantage on stealth checks.
Yeah.
That'd be a pretty good upgrade.
Talking about the Cloak of Billowing?
No, the displacement one, the one that requires attunement.
Yeah, that would be a lot better.
Basically, disadvantage to anybody attacking you until you take damage, and then it starts over at the start of your next turn.
Your AC of 21, that's...
Right, that's huge.
Yeah, it's, you never get it, yeah.
Yeah, I'll write that down on your list if you want to
All
take
right.
it.
Cool.
All right, you all have acquired another. For once, you didn't have to go somewhere else to do it. You just had to act out a play.
Which we did fabulously.
You did fabulously. It was pretty awesome. And you are back on the town. There's still a few more minutes left in the MVPC poll. You've got one location. You see what looks like a almost a dome, like an aviary looking thing over here. And you look inside and think it might have once contained I delete these question marks too. Some kind of zoo inside, some kind of preserve, but the dome has been cracked. There are pieces of it everywhere, and it looks completely destroyed inside. Like bits are frozen, and so whatever was in here was destroyed, and you don't see anything moving around in there whatsoever.
Do we see the remains of whatever might have been in the zoo, or did they get out? Can we tell?
You cannot.
Okay. It's just a old empty zoo.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, empty.
It must be empty.
By the way, Edmund took the Cloak of Billowing.
Okay, so you can have it billow dramatically. I did think that was kind of fun. You all approach the Tower of Necromancy.
Oh, I bet Valen is getting a hard on for this one.
Yeah, she's definitely pretty interested. It's my time to shine. By the way, you all did a fabulous job. I sat in the back, I didn't care. A short conical tower supported by arched buttresses stands on the edge of the city. On the outward-facing side of the tower is an eerie green glowing arcane symbol, which you identify as the School of Necromancy. Your detect magic, guess what? Feels an aura of necromancy.
Lovely.
Around this area. You actually detect the I'll go ahead and specifically explain the Gentle Repose spell, which appears to be so powerful it is a permanent effect around this tower.
Gentle Repose. I don't know that one.
That would probably be helpful if I explain what that was.
Yep.
Basically, creatures do not decay and cannot become undead. So it preserves bodies.
Oh. Well, Celeste, it seems like you might be able to refurbish your army of undead here. Although we have to drag them out of the tower, I suppose.
You mean Valen?
Oh, yeah. Who'd I say?
I was very confused. I was like, what?
Wait,
I know
I have
I've
an
been
army of
gone for a
undead
while.
now. I've missed some
Why-
things.
Why do I have an army of undead?
Oh yeah, by the way, there's something we needed to tell you.
Berlin.
The door is not magical, and when you check it, it appears to be unlocked. And as you step inside, a caustic smell assaults your nose as you enter the circular chamber. Gray, disembodied hands skitter across the room, which is lit by an eerie green glow. Chairs are neatly arranged around the room, some containing seated bodies missing their hands. Various pieces of surgical equipment sit on tables and shelves around the room. A Nothic is restrained to a blood-stained bed in the center of the room. Near the table, a brain floats in a liquid-filled cylinder with a crude face drawn in paint on the glass. I think that is where we're going to end our session tonight.
Okay, that was an image.
Celeste, you got the MVPC poll. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Please roll on that table to see what goodies you have found. No combat this session, is that right?
No combat.
My goodness.
Potion of greater healing.
Nice. You guys have had a lot of combat.
Combat of theater.
That's right. Yeah, the combat of the stage.
Well, I had some optional stuff set up. The shark thing. We'll talk about that for outside chat.
That's true. Yeah, we didn't fight sharks.
It's the choices that you make. Yeah.
We didn't rob a closed store.
You didn't rob. Yes. Also, that also was set up to be a potential battle for sure.
You didn't have to fight security guards.
Didn't have to fight the security. Didn't have to rob the department store. Yeah. All right, that is going to be it for this session of Rime of the Frostmaiden. Thank you to Chris, Heather, Rochelle, Raymond, and Reese for playing, and thank you to all wonderful fans for watching, and the patrons as always. Shoutouts to Platinum patrons, Joe, Will, Thomas, Stan, Brandon, Genocider, David, Eclectic, Roleplay Roll, Christopher, Brian, William, David, Corey, Coa, 1337, Matthew, Big Nut, John, Chris, Scott, Gene, Eric, Scott, Socks, Dan, Tyler, Nathan, and Camp Crystal Lake Council. I used to be able to do that in one breath. And gold patrons, RPG, Papercrafts, Pretty Boy, and Yuma, Marcus, Dead Lizard, Lounge, Sam, Lippy Spuds, Jerome, Nathan, Fast Like a Tortoise, Scott, Refus, Caroline, and William. Thank you all very much for your support. We're live streaming our D&D adventures every week, and we will see you next time.
Hey everybody, this is Eric. We'll see you next time.
I was waiting for you to bring that back.
Thanks to the beat.
That's a reference if you watched our Diablo stream.
Before Eric's computer died.
Yeah.
Which he then started mimicking me earlier this week, Chris. It's great.
I did what Reese does when he tries to mimic Rochelle, so it was performance.
Tries.
Sure.
Your representation.
Holy shit, she's here.